Justin Ross Harris, 33 years old, a web designer, took his son to Chick-fil-A for breakfast. Okay, he then strapped him in his rear-facing child car seat and drove just a half a mile to the office, leaving little Cooper inside that car. Okay, so cops are suggesting tonight that he left the boy there on purpose. The latest warrant reads, during lunch, the accused accessed the same vehicle through the driver's side door to place an object into the vehicle. The accused then closed the door and left the car, re-entering his place of business. Again, the child remains inside. Is it possible that he didn't notice that his child was in the rear-facing seat? Okay, shortly after 4 p.m., Dad leaves work and drives about 3 miles before just screeching into a busy strip mall parking lot. Witnesses say Dad was in hysterics as he grabbed his son's lifeless body from the car, but some witnesses are suggesting it was all an act. Now, Alicia Johnson, one of our producers, is down there in the very shopping mall where Dad ripped his lifeless son out of the car and started screaming, "What have I done? What have I done?"
One of the guys are here. He'll be in shortly to talk to you. The other ones should be here any minute now, okay? Can I offer you a little snack? I mean, we don't have things to eat, but we got little snacks.
Just a garbage can in case I throw up.
Okay. We can do that. That's fine.
Today. And you have my condolences. It's a horrendous thing to have gone through. Just run me through what happened, starting with when you woke up this morning.
I woke up, normal day, my wife and I were in bed together. She left work at approximately 7:15. I left the house with Cooper at about 8:30. Yeah, about 8:30. And the plan was I was going to take him to Chick-fil-A in Vinings, which I did. And we got breakfast, and me and him do that at Chick-fil-A in Vinings approximately 2 to 3 times a month together. We have our daddy-son breakfast together. And after we eat breakfast, I usually take him across the street to daycare, which is at the Home Depot. And then I'll go to work, which is at an alternate location, which is I don't work in the big SSC. I actually work in an annex office off of Cumberland.
Okay.
At 2600 Cumberland Boulevard. It's just a annex office of the big building. It's where my team works. And we were leaving Chick-fil-A. I put him in his car seat. He gave me a kiss on the cheek, like I always do. I always put him in his car seat. I make sure he's strapped in real tight, according to all the regulations that we watched on YouTube and everything. I strapped him in, I tightened him up. I gave him a kiss, he gave me a kiss. What I do every time, it's my routine. I let him know I love him, I give him a kiss. Because I do that, because if for some reason, God forbid we're in an accident, I want him to, and I died, I would hope he'd have a memory of me, you know, telling him every time, the last time he sees me, that I love him. And I give him a kiss. And just today was just careless. I got in my car, and instead of going from here to here, I went straight to work, which is I turned onto Cumberland, and I drove down Cumberland Boulevard. I went to work as if he wasn't even in the back. And I probably didn't even hear him because he falls asleep really easily when you drive a car. And that was it. And then I went to work.
And what happened at work?
I had a normal day. I had a normal work day, had my meetings.
What time did you get to work?
About 9:30.
How do you clock in?
I don't.
So you get to work about 9:30, and what do you do?
I go straight to my desk, and I sit down and I check my emails, and I, have banter with the guys I work with, and that's pretty much my day. I have a morning meeting every day at 10:30. I have a meeting. So, every day's going good. Lunchtime rolls around. I got some guys that I work with across the street. They came and picked me up. We went to Publix, ate lunch. They took me back and dropped me off. And then I finished the work day, and then we had plans to go to a movie. Me and the two guys I was lunch with, we had plans to go to a movie at 5 o'clock, which is where I was going. I was going to try to get there about 4:20, 4:30, just to kind of beat if there's an after work crowd trying to go to a movie or anything like that. I thought I'd get there a little early. And as I was driving down, whatever that road is right there by Zoe's Kitchen.
Acres Mill?
Acres Mill. As I was driving down Acres Mill, I caught a glimpse of him when I looked to my right to change lanes. I caught a glimpse of him in the back. I thought I was seeing things. And then I saw him. And then I lost it. I pulled in. I pulled him out. And for a few minutes, I guess for what seemed like an eternity, but for just a few seconds, I attempted CPR. And I couldn't compose myself to do it, so there was a group there. I'm pretty sure you got all their names. And they attempted, and I saw him laying there, and he had that stare in his face. I knew he was gone.
Did you take him out in the car seat?
I did.
Okay.
I knew he was gone, and
How'd you know he was gone?
just because he wasn't moving. He had his eyes were open, like halfway. He wasn't. His eyes were open halfway. He wasn't breathing. He didn't have a pulse. And every medic training I've ever gone through, told me to check for breathing, check for a pulse. He didn't have either. I knew it. I just knew I knew that I had done what every parent in their life fears they've done, and that's just leave their son in the car on a hot day. And I lost it. I just started screaming. I started yelling. I screamed. I don't even remember what I yelled. I was just freaking out. And then you guys arrived, and I was trying to frantically call the daycare and tell them, because my wife was en route to get him from the daycare where he was supposed to be. I was going to the movie, and I was trying to frantically call the daycare and tell them, when my wife gets there, don't let her leave. There's going to be people that are going to show up, because I didn't want her to be. I didn't want to. Where is he? I didn't want her freaking out thinking that he's missing.
Did you call anybody when you were on the scene? Did you call 911? Did you call?
No, they had 4 people calling 911.
Okay. Did you call anyone?
I made 2 calls to the daycare, and they didn't answer. And I made 1 call to my wife, which I hung up, because that's when I couldn't tell you the officer's name that was there. She told me to.
Officer Piper?
No, it wasn't Piper. It was.
Both of you?
I have no idea what the other male his name was. She told me to get off the phone, and I promptly cursed at her because I was losing my mind, and then y'all detained me.
Okay. So did you get anybody on the phone?
No, nobody.
Okay, because I heard you talking on the phone like you were talking to somebody when they walked up. And you understand it's a lot of things going on. It's easy to forget. Did you talk to anybody on the phone? No?
Got nobody on the phone.
Okay. What kind of phone is it?
It's an iPhone 5.
Okay. Is it passcode?
It is.
Can I get the passcode?
It's 0. I have no idea what passcode is. It's biometric.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What is it? I can't remember. Do I get it back so I can call my brother and...
Yeah, I'm gonna let you get numbers and everything out of it.
I've got a copy.
Let's start back when you say you woke up and it was a normal day. On a normal day, do you take Cooper to daycare? Is that your normal routine? Who's the person that normally takes Cooper to daycare?
I would say that most of the time I take him to daycare.
Well,
There's no routine. It's who has to be at work early. I don't know. Wake up. It's hey, will you take him today? It's really a flip of the coin. I wouldn't even think that I take it the majority of the time. I have no idea.
well, it's Wednesday now. Who took on Monday?
I don't know.
Okay. Who took him yesterday? Inside, outside?
Inside.
Inside? Okay. What did he have to eat?
I had a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. That's what I always have. He had a sausage biscuit. That's what he always has.
Does he have any medical conditions?
He does not.
Who's his pediatrician?
Doctor, forgive me on my names here right now. I'm losing my mind. He's the pediatrician at the Kaiser on Cumberland Boulevard.
Oh, the big one on the corner?
Yeah. What's his name? I can't just...
Okay.
Please forgive
No,
me.
that's fine. No. We got a lot going on. Did you meet anybody at Chick-fil-A?
There was a gentleman sitting next to us that my son smiled and waved at. The manager there, he's a bald white man. He knows me. I come in there all the time. He saw me. He said he knows my son's name. He said, "Bye, Cooper." Just the usual people that work there. They see me all the time.
And this is the Chick-fil-A by the Starbucks over there?
Yeah.
Okay. But no one else met you there? You didn't have any family or friends meet you there or anything like that?
We have no family here.
Okay. And then you left from there. When you left there, were you on the phone?
Nope.
Were you talking to anybody?
Nope.
What were you listening to on the radio?
Probably 104.7. No, I wasn't doing anything. I just left and...
Well, when you leave Chick-fil-A, how do you get to work? Do you take a left? Do you
I
take a right?
turn around on Cumberland and do that funky U-turn right there in front of Home Depot. I usually turn left on Paces and then pull into Home Depot. Instead, I went straight across Paces, went right to work.
Okay. When you got to work, where did you park at? Is it indoors, outdoors?
What's that? What?
The parking, is it a parking deck? Is it a parking lot?
It's a parking lot outdoors. I had actually parked under a tree.
When you pull into the parking lot, left side, right side?
You may draw it.
Yeah, that'd be good. Actually, do we have any?
I mean, I'll draw it on your notepad real fast. Here's the building. Here's Cumberland. There's a drive. Those are front of the building. Right here, this goes the hill right here. This is a big giant parking lot right here. There's parking spots right here, and here, and here. Park right there.
Okay. By a tree?
Yeah.
Tree right here?
The tree is going to be right here, I think. I think it's on my left. I think it was on my left.
Okay. And this is the building?
Yes.
You said that was 2600 Cumberland?
It is. Can I ask you a question?
You can.
When can I talk to my wife?
We are trying to get in touch with her right now. I got detectives out there meeting with her.
Do you know where she is?
I believe now, and once again, I won't lie to you.
Right.
Okay. I believe they're meeting her at your house.
Okay.
Which of course is always the better place. You know, that you're not in some strange place or something.
I just don't know what to do, man.
Who normally picks him up from daycare?
She does. Well, it's just like before. It's a flip of the coin. It's whenever she gets off work, and she never knows when she's going to get off work. If she gets off work early, she'll get. If she's going to get off work late, I'll go get him.
Okay. Okay. What time do you go to lunch?
I'll bring pick me up at 11:30.
Okay. What time do you return?
Shortly after 12, like 12:20 maybe. I don't even remember. I couldn't even tell you.
Who's your boss at work?
He is in Austin, Texas, actually.
Oh.
The local boss will be Tia, likely, spelled just like that. That would be the closest manager I have.
Does she work in the office with you?
She does.
What's her phone?
I don't know. You could call the Home Depot number, and you could. Actually, I wouldn't even know. Actually, I could get it off of my emails.
Okay. All right. Where's your wife work?
She works for DaVita Dialysis.
Where's that at?
She is based out of the clinic in Douglasville at Arbor Place, but she floats around.
She's got a little bit of drive.
She's always had a drive. She is good.
Is she a nurse?
She's a dietitian.
Okay.
I can't even imagine what I can't even.
How's your relationship with her?
Fantastic. We have a really good relationship. We have just like any normal relationship. You know, we've been married for 8 years. Had our ups and downs like everybody else, but you know, I think we have a pretty healthy, strong relationship, which we're about to find out if that's true or not.
Is Cooper your first child?
Cooper is our first and only child.
How's Cooper doing developmentally?
Fantastic.
Can he talk?
Yep. Knows my real name. Not even 2 years old. Screams it at me.
So talks, walks.
Talks, walks. Normal child.
The car seat you're using,
Yes.
how do you put him in that car seat?
What do you mean?
Like facing forward, facing back? How do you...
It's a rear-facing car seat.
Okay. And that's the one in there, that's the one you use with him all the time?
Not all the time. We just switched. And that could be one of the reasons too. Like, she has a car seat in her car that's forward facing. The way the car seat works is there's a base. Right? You have children? Then you know. There's a base. You remove the car seat from the base, you can put it back on. We had 2 bases. And so whoever would get in, we would just swap the car seat in and out. We just bought a new one that's forward facing. It was in my car. And she was using the rear facing car seat. She was going to Alabama for work. She was taking him. And I gave her the forward facing car seat because it's more comfortable for him. And I put the rear facing car seat in my car. And that was 2 weeks ago. Can I use the restroom again?
You certainly may. There's a place to use the restroom. You don't need anything? Okay. We've got a couple more questions for you. Just to kind of clear up some things, kind of, hammer it down real quick.
Absolutely.
So you said y'all just kind of swap off taking him to the daycare?
We do.
Okay. When you get to the daycare, what's kind of like the routine for it? Is there a sign-in sheet or?
There is.
Okay. So you get to the daycare, I guess when you park, do they do curbside or what?
I do. I park. I walk him inside. I walk him inside. He says hey to the people at the desk every day. They have a sign-in system, computerized. I sign him in, I take him to his room, and I drop him off. And if it's before a certain time, if it's before 8:30, I'll take him straight to daycare from the house instead of going to get breakfast, because they have an 8:30 cutoff time for breakfast, and they'll feed him there. But I just wanted to take him today.
Okay. So you get, you said breakfast at the daycare before 8:30?
Yeah.
Okay. So they normally feed him there?
Yeah.
So, okay.
But 2 or 3 times a month, me and him will go get breakfast together.
But normally does he eat breakfast, do y'all ever eat it at the house, or is it always either daycare or we go to
If
Chick-fil-A?
we eat at the house, it's pretty rare. He did one time this past week, I believe, and he still ate breakfast at daycare, even though we got there about 8:45, 9 o'clock. But he ate breakfast this week at home, in our bed with us. We watched his cartoons together.
Okay. So what's the cutoff time for breakfast at the daycare?
That's 8:30.
8:30? Did they just let him go ahead and eat at 8:45?
They had extra left over, and there was a kid still eating, so they let him.
Okay.
Yeah, he went and sat down at the table like he wanted to eat some more, so he did.
Okay. So what time do you normally get to work?
Anywhere between 8:45 and 9:30.
8:45. Okay. So there's no set time?
I don't have a time to have to be at work now.
Okay.
Nor do I have a time I have to leave.
Okay. So I guess your salary then is just...
I am.
Okay. So if you said it's only a couple times a month that you guys go to Chick-fil-A?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We haven't been this month, but we usually go we've been quite a few times. The people in Chick-fil-A, they know us.
Okay.
They've seen us 100 times.
Okay.
They know us by name.
And is that like something that you plan ahead of time? Oh, we're going to go to Chick-fil-A tomorrow, or is it just kind of like, hey, I'm running a little bit late, we're going to miss the 8:30 breakfast, so let's go to Chick-fil-A?
It's usually on a whim, but like this morning we woke up and I knew that we were going to be leaving late anyway. And so I thought, well, I can either feed him at the house, which I've done before in the past. That's not a problem. We've plenty for him to eat. But I decided to go ahead, get him dressed, and say, let's do our Chick-fil-A day today. That's our thing. And it's our daddy. It's one of the few things that me and him have together that we do as a daddy and son. Because,
what was going on this morning that you knew you were going to be late?
he woke up pretty early, and at about it was roughly 5:15, and so I went and got him, and then brought him to our bed, and he finally went back to sleep. So I took him into his room and let him sleep a little longer than he normally does, and my wife was leaving early. She left at 7:15, and if I don't start getting ready by 7:45, I know I'm going to be late. But like I got my stuff together for work. I laid out what I was going to wear. I put him in his room, let him play with his toys. And he's playing with his toys. He's watching some cartoons that we play for him. And by the time I got all the morning stuff done before I get ready, it was about 7:50, 8 o'clock. And so I thought, well, this is I knew this was going to happen. Let's go ahead and get breakfast together. Now let's make that today. And so I did. That was the biggest mistake of my life.
Who dressed him this morning?
I did.
You did. What time's your wife normally go to work?
It's up in the air. She's salaried like I am. Well, no, she's actually hourly, but she has no.
What makes it up in the air for her?
Where she's going to be, what time the patients are going to come in, because she actually talks with the patients on.
Okay. Is she at facilities, or is she like to dialysis in home, or?
She does. She works in a facility.
In a facility. Okay. And then so she has no real schedule in the morning then?
No, not really. She tries to leave by a certain time, but I mean, like she wanted to leave at 6:30 this morning, and it didn't happen. She just kind of got behind, and just because we let Cooper sleep late, and we just kind of fell behind on time this morning, so she left a little later than normal.
Okay. Does she work Monday through Friday?
She does.
Okay, what about weekends?
No.
No. Okay, and you?
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday? Okay. So, during the week, it's just whatever hours, as long as you're there, and then you get weekends off.
As long as I get my job done.
Okay. How long have you had that
I'm
job?
dying right now, man.
Believe me, you have my condolences.
2 years. I was 2 years last week.
And how long has it been going to the daycare there?
Since I started.
Okay. Did one of y'all do any?
Was it since I started? Well, no, it was. She was pregnant when I started.
Okay.
So it was at birth I started going.
Did y'all do any FMLA or anything like that, right?
She did.
Okay.
She took her maternity leave.
Okay. About how long did she take?
I believe she took 6 weeks off.
6 weeks. Okay. So
I took 5 days.
Okay. So from about 6 weeks, he was at the same daycare.
Yeah.
Okay. You said you go in and you sign in a computer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use that with like a key card? Do you type in his name?
I type in my ID that they give me, and then his name pops up. I press his name, and it timestamps it.
Okay.
What's your ID?
JUHAR.
And so does your wife have a separate ID? So
No, it's the same.
Okay.
All right, I gotta ask you some personal questions now.
Yeah.
And I understand the hard to hear. Okay.
All right.
Was this the first time this has happened?
Yes.
Has this ever happened to your wife before?
No.
It's never happened to you? You've never gone home, got out of the car, or he's in the car seat?
Nope.
Okay. How long you been using that car seat in there?
If you want to, how long has it been since we switched car seats, or how long have we had that car seat?
Oh.
We've had that car seat since he was born, and I've been using that car seat. I used that car seat for as long as he was alive, up until about 6 weeks ago. We bought a new one. I put the new one in my car. Then we swapped out 2 weeks ago so she could put him in the new one, which was more comfortable when she went to Alabama.
You said that was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
One's forward facing, the other one's this one.
Have you taken him to daycare since then?
Yes, several times.
You guys said you had a good relationship.
Yes.
Okay. How's money?
Money's fine.
Okay.
Student loans.
Okay.
So,
Understood.
student loans, and we have, the debt we have is student loans, small credit card, which I think is $4,000, which just recently happened. And our cars that don't have any crazy outstanding debt. We both have near perfect credit, over 720 each of us. So.
Well, you said just recently with the credit card, what happened?
Oh, just we decided to devise a plan to use a credit card to pay for groceries and build up airline miles, which is working great, by the way. And we just kind of, our tracking system of how, when we use the card and when to transfer money out of the checking account to kind of counterbalance it, just kind of got out of hand a little bit, but it was, nothing out of the ordinary. We both make decent, substantial salaries, so, $6,000, $4,000, $6,000 what we have in savings, $4,000 on a credit card. I'm not really worried about it. It's not what I want, but something we were going to take care of like as soon as possible, and then just call it even and say, she's our airline miles, because we're planning a cruise with my brother. We're excited to take him.
Was Cooper planned? Was he a planned pregnancy, or
we were
one of those like, oh no?
Well, we were trying, but it took about a year.
Okay.
And just on my birthday, I found out she was pregnant. It's the greatest thing ever.
How's he at the house?
It's happy. It's playful. He's very, very, very smart. Very smart. Loves to play with us. Loves to lay with us. Loves to play with his cars. Loves cars. Loves Disney cars. Loves it. It came on TV Friday. I recorded it for him, and I didn't even know it was coming. I didn't even realize the TV was on the Disney Channel on Friday when it was coming on. I was just going to record it and have you watch it later. And while I was making dinner, it came on, and he went and crawled on the couch and just started to stare at the TV. He loves it. Loves it.
Well, earlier you said that one of the only things you guys did together was go to Chick-fil-A.
Like as just me and him.
Yeah.
That was our thing. Usually, like if we do anything, it's going to be with my wife. We'll go to Kennesaw Mountain and we'll go hiking, and we'll go to the pool together. We like to take him out. We like to take him because it's what he's a very active child.
How'd you pay for Chick-fil-A?
With my debit card.
Where's your bank?
The Alabama Credit Union. It's located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The home branch is on Bryant Road. Because I gotta be honest, I don't know what to do right now. I really don't. I am an absolute loss for everything.
Why do you think it happened? I'm going to let you just, explain to me how this happened. How do you think this happened?
There are occasions where in the morning after I drop him off, I'll go to Chick-fil-A because it's on the way. And all those times I'll always go through the drive-thru. I never go inside by myself. And I'll leave Chick-fil-A, and when I turn out of Chick-fil-A, I'll turn on the Cumberland. I'll take that U-turn, and I'll go straight to bed. And I don't know if my mom just said, that's what you're doing today, so just go to work. So I would never leave him in the car by himself. I just watched news reports. There was a news report of a guy who did this, just like me. And now he's an advocate for when you park, you turn around and look again. And I've been doing that. Because the worst fear for me is to leave my son in a hot car. And then just recently there was a vet on the internet who, said even if you've got your windows rolled down, and regardless, I'm going to show you how hot it can get in a car. You think you can just leave your pets in the car and roll your windows down? No, you can't do that. And I watched that. And I'm like, that'd be terrible. If my son was in the car, I would hate that. When I was working for Tuscaloosa Police, we had a K-9 officer leave his dog in the car for 10 minutes. Dog died of heat exhaustion immediately, almost. Had the windows up. Black Suburban. So that happened. So I'm aware. I just can't believe. Go ahead.
Where's the car seat in your car? I haven't seen the car.
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle?
It's in the middle.
Okay. What do you take to work with you?
My bag.
What kind of bag is it?
It's just a over the shoulder laptop bag.
Okay. Where do you keep that in the car?
I put it in the front seat next to me.
The front seat.
So I guess I should put in the back seat every time.
Was that in the front seat today?
Yeah.
Okay. You took it into work with you?
I did.
Okay.
It's got my work stuff.
You said the car seat that you have in there currently is a one of those that has the base, it locks in?
Yeah.
Okay. You all had two of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have two bases, but we don't use the other one now. Because she's got a permanent car seat in her car.
Okay. So what do you do with it when he's not in it?
I leave it in the car. Okay. We have no reason to remove it.
Okay. So you put him in, you get in the back seat and you put him in?
I do. Okay. And then I get in, I get him out.
How does he fit in that car seat? He looks a little bit bigger than the car seat.
He fits fine. He fits fine. It's a Kiko Keyfit 30, so it's up to 30 pounds, and he is roughly 22, 23. So we were aware of using the car seat up until because he's even for almost 2, he's a little dude for his age. So based on everything that we read regarding the safety of a rear-facing car seat with an almost 2-year-old, we deemed that was still adequately safe, given his weight, his height. And we did measurements to make sure that the shoulders were properly placed and the harness in the front was fine. So we were comfortable still using the car seat based on the information that we were given.
Okay. Why'd you guys go to Alabama?
Like for college?
No, you say going to Alabama.
Oh, she works in Alabama once a month. She works she does a side job as a dietitian for a nursing home in Marion, Alabama. If you haven't heard of it, that's no surprise.
Okay.
Who watched her mom? She was down there.
She took. It swaps between my mom and her mom.
Okay.
All right. We're charging your cell phone now.
That's fine.
Okay. What's the code? There's a code on it.
I think it's my anniversary.
What's that?
052706. 0526.
iPhone's are.
Yeah, it's 052706. I have my work email on my phone. They require a.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to talk to your wife. I'm going to have you have a seat back here in the cell, okay?
I'm sorry.
I'm going to put you in the cell back here.
Okay.
Okay.
Any
have
reason?
a seat back there. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You're not free to leave. Okay. And from everything I'm seeing, you're going to be charged.
Okay. With what?
Right now, cruelty to child.
Okay.
Okay.
And what information is this based off of?
It's information based off that your son was in the hot car all day long.
Okay.
Okay. And that's what we're supposed to begin, and it is an investigation, okay? And I got a lot of other stuff I need to look at. So, what we're doing is I'm going to have you have a seat here, I'm going to talk to your wife, and then I'll make my final determination, okay?
Okay. And
Go ahead.
before I do that, I do have to use the restroom again.
There's a restroom back there.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Ross, anything you want to add?
It was completely unintentional.
Okay.
I have no history of child abuse. I have no history of domestic violence. I have no criminal history. I have no record whatsoever. I've worked in a law enforcement environment.
Do you understand our concerns?
Absolutely, absolutely. But I'm a great father, and I have multiple people that would back that up, from daycare to my wife to
Ross, we're not here to judge you.
everybody. I know.
Okay. I got to look at,
I understand that there's an incident that happened, right? You're going to ask me questions in which I have invoked my right to answer. There are certain criminal statutes that you have to look at, and if you think that one of them meets the qualifications, that's your decision. I would like to say I highly disagree. It's absolute accident.
There's accidental, and I believe that an accident is happening. But to leave the child in the car all day long,
On purpose, though, that's what I would look at cruelty.
well, and and cruelty too is, and it doesn't have to be on purpose. Okay?
To me, cruelty sounds
your
like I
actions-
neglect my child.
Actions that you took today, led up to the death of your child.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But at the same token, it's not like I left out of Chick-fil-A and said, oh, he's going to be fine in the car. I would never do that. Would never do that.
No, and that's not what we're saying. What I'm saying is by your actions today.
That's what cruelty sounds like.
Well, and I'm trying to explain it to you, by your actions, the actions that you took by not taking him to daycare, by leaving him in the car,
Correct.
causes death.
I disagree slightly.
Okay.
But that's.
No, why do you disagree?
I'd just rather not talk anymore.
Okay.
If I'm going to be charged, I would like to have some kind of representation. Absolutely.
Okay, and that is definitely your right. And we're going to end it. It is 7:31, and we'll end our interview. Cool.
When can I talk to my wife?
Possibly in a little bit, or maybe not at all. I don't know yet. I need to talk to her first.
Okay.
But I'm going to have you have a seat back here real quick.
Court pronounces the following sentence in the case of the State of Georgia versus Justin Ross Harris, criminal action 14-93124. As to count 1, the court imposes the sentence of, as to malice murder, with the jury having found the defendant guilty. Sentence of the court is life to serve in confinement without parole. Page 3. Mr. Harris, this is to advise you that you have the right to file any action for habeas corpus brought pursuant to Title IX, Chapter 14, Article 2 of the Official Code of Georgia. It must be filed within 1 year from the judgment of conviction on misdemeanors or 4 years from the judgment of conviction on felonies becoming final by the conclusion of direct review or the expiration of the time for seeking such review. That would be the 5th day of December, 2016. You also have a right to appellate review. I know that you've discussed that with counsel because you and I have discussed that previously. So let this serve to remind you that you have 30 days in which to file the first steps toward appellate review. Mr. Kilgore has already advised the court that he either has or will, I would assume will, file a motion for new trial and take the appropriate appellate steps. Is that still your intent, Mr. Kilgore?
Yes, ma'am. We'll take care of it.
I appreciate that. My final observation is this, Mr. Harris. I went back and reviewed and thought about your statement to the police and your statement to your wife when you were taken into custody. And it stood out to me that in both of those, you took the occasion to express your wish that you would be an advocate so that people would never do this again to their children. And I would say, perhaps not in the way that you intended, but you in fact have accomplished that goal. All right. Anything else for the state?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else for the defense? You can take the defendant into custody. And just wait a second. Let's get him out. All right.